Halo the Master Chief Collection support ended due to lack of microtransactions. Now that sounds like sort of a biased headline, but it might not necessarily be untrue. It's probably partially true. So this is from techforgamers.com. This is from about a week ago. I just hadn't done a video on it until now. Developers unhappy with Microsoft's decision. Let's see what they have to say. Halo the Master Chief Collection packs the most iconic blah blah. Yeah, we know. It's comes a long way from its history. There's 6 games in the collection. Right? It's 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, ODST, and Reach. Yeah. 343 has expanded the collection in numerous ways, adopting a successful live service model. Successful might be a little bit of a stretch, because aren't there not actual... I don't think you can actually buy credits. Why it matters. Live service projects are highly popular, unfortunately. Due to their potential for microtransaction sales, this has motivated the likes of Ubisoft and Warner Bros., which really sucks that they're quadrupling down on live services despite their some pretty serious failures in that regard recently. But Microsoft's collection was seen as unviable due to lacking similar options. What is this? Someone made a video 2014 to 2023. The latest information comes from Rebs Gaming, a Halo content creator. So this is a leak and not necessarily... interesting. This user has previously leaked info on Halo Infinite and its many game modes, citing sources like former devs. In his latest video, Rebs Gaming seemingly confirms that the development of Master Chief Collection has ended for good, stating that the main reason behind this decision was the lack of microtransactions. Yeah, because like all their new seasons, which they've ended those were all free. And there was no time limit on them. Stupid ad. I don't think I can get rid of that. Whatever. I'm not sponsored. Despite its popularity, the game has not received a major update since July 2023. Yeah, that's what this other place, comicbook.com, says, that the collection reportedly ended development last July. The report outlines the fact that Microsoft did not find this project beneficial without a constant revenue stream. I mean, it's not wrong. This meant that efforts on the project were already scaled back before July. Microsoft gave many devs the option to switch over to Halo Infinite, but it seems 343 was not too fond of the announcement. Wait, what is that art? He's got the Halo Infinite armor there, I think. But that's like Halo 3 art. And he's even got the Halo Infinite AR. So he's got Cortana's eye. That's cool. The studio was still keen on supporting it, but Microsoft's fears of an incoming recession, combined with the lack of lucrative microtransactions, meant that the developer had little to say in the matter. Rebs Gaming states that a small team at 343 is still maintaining the game behind the scenes, but most of the studio has shifted to Halo Infinite. That makes sense. However, he confirms that Microsoft has not ruled out returning to this collection in the future. So my thoughts on this is, I think it's okay. I mean, it's been 10 years. This year's the 10th anniversary of MCC, which is kind of mind-blowing. And of course, we all remember that disastrous launch. And it didn't really get fixed for several years. And then they began the process of really clamping down and trying to fix it properly in, I think, 2018. And that's when they announced, hey, it's coming to PC. And then they rolled out each game to PC over time. That was cool. Tons of bug fixes. Added insane amounts of content that weren't there in the beginning. And even they've now gotten they're like scraping the bottom of the barrel now. Adding content that was cut from the old games, like from the Bungie archives. That stuff is really neat. I wish it would come to console, but it doesn't seem like it will for now. One of the only features that's not on the console version that I would like to see is modding. I know that's not easy to implement, but I would love to see mods on console somehow. I know other games have done it. I think you can figure out a way. And yet, even after 10 years of updates, there's still little problems here and there with the collection. Like, I think there's still random crashes, especially in Halo 2 Anniversary. And that game, to this day, has really inconsistent frame rate. Like, especially if you're playing with a friend. When you play for a friend, or with a friend, the frame rate is all over the place. It does not maintain 60 unless you switch back to old graphics, which is pretty pathetic. And I don't know if I just think it has something to do with running two engines at once, probably. I know Halo 1 didn't have that problem, but something about the way Halo 2 Anniversary was developed for the Xbox One is not, it's screwed up still. I don't know why. I think there still might be a few busted achievements. I don't know if they fixed all those because there was a lot of busted achievements at one point. I know they added theater mode for, what was it, Halo 4 campaign, which wasn't there before. I think they need to add theater mode to all the games, like even Halo 1 and 2 Classic. That would be cool. Figure out a way to do that. And Forge. I would like to see Forge in those two games somehow. Even though they were not made for it, obviously. But it would be a cool addition to that thing. But overall, there's really not much more you can add to it. Because like I said, they've added, 10 plus seasons to it that were all free. I still don't have everything unlocked. There's only so much you can do to 20 plus year old games. And some are 10 plus. But only so much you can add to them before there's really not much else you can do. And yes, I agree. Personally, I think all of them should move over to Infinite because that game desperately needs content. It needs more guns, more vehicles, more maps. But unfortunately, there's also rumors that Infinite's development is winding down and they're all moving on to Halo 7. I hope that's not the case because Infinite is still a blast and I would love a bunch more content to come to it. But I think this is still just speculation for the time being until Microsoft says anything official about it stopping development. We really don't have... I mean, they said they're done with seasons. They're still going to have occasional updates. But this makes it sound like they are done completely supporting it, which would be wild. So, I don't know. Let me know. What do you think in the comments? Tell me, do you think they should continue to work on this? Or should all of them move on to Infinite and keep updating that? Or should they all just abandon everything and work on the next game? I think it's somewhere in the middle of those. But let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.